Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in business. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to episode number 27 of this amazing podcast. I'm so excited to be here today. Today we're talking about something that I'm really passionate about. A lot of people, a lot of my clients tell me how busy they are and how tired they are and how unproductive they are. So today I really wanted to talk to you about productivity. So, how to stop procrastinate and how to get super productive. So if you're listening to this, I will love your feedback on how does that sound with you, and like how many times do you feel like you finished the day and like I haven't done everything I wanted to do and I'm feeling so disappointed. So the reason why I want to talk about this today is because this year has been hashtag super organized year, and as I was recording last week podcast, the preparing for your new financial year, I was like wowed on how much stuff I've done in the last 12 months and how much my brain was telling me that I wasn't doing enough. There was more. I could have done more. And when I actually saw it all there, I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, I actually did a lot. So sometimes the procrastination is your brain telling you that you're a procrastinator, your brain telling you that you're lazy, but you might not be. So this week, today is actually, we're in June, people. We're in June, and crazy things are happening in the world. First, we had coronavirus. Now we had some tragedy happening in US, and it's quite sad what's happening to the world and how many people are protesting, which, of course, I don't think is. It's good to protest because it's not right what happened. But the thing is, I don't believe that we should protest with violence because that will bring more violence into the world. So for me, it's been quite an interesting weekend where I don't usually read or listen to the news, but it's been all over social media. So I've been sort of aware of what's been happening, and I find it really interesting. I'm sort of wondering what is and why all this is happening. It's sort of like something that my brain can't stop thinking. And planning this year, this month, has been interesting because now we are able to start to do some events back. So we're like, right, what are we going to do now? We're going to start to run events here. Are we going to go back to offline and we're going to stay online? So there's a lot of decision making, and that's why I wanted to talk about procrastination versus being productive, because our brain usually don't like to make decisions. We like to stay in indulging into making decisions so that you don't have to take risks. And we have this week, we have Thursday and Friday, we're running action days with our top clients. We have, because of coronavirus, I had so much time in my hand, which I love because I was able to improve and increase all my PowerPoint, take things to a whole new level. Me and my team have been working really hard into creating new content and upgrading and updating all our content. So we have an amazing 2-day action days coming up, and it's going to be online, and we have over 50 people joining us. That is only for our top clients. So it's going to be incredible. And so there's definitely no procrastination happening in my life. My whole calendar is full, and I really want to teach you guys how to do that. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to get too booked out because they're afraid of burning out. And I have to say, I don't believe in burnout. I know that some of you are going to be like, what? And I get it. But the thing is, you happen to be burnout when you stay in procrastination, when you're not achieving anything, when you just keep working on the foundation of something and not getting results. That's when you get burnout. But when you're actually getting massive results, you don't get tired. You actually get more energy by being more productive. So today we're talking about that. We're talking about how you can get so much done in a day, in a week, in a month, so that you feel proud of yourself, so you feel like you have killed it and you feel like yes, I have really worked so hard today and I am tired and I'm ready to go to bed. I have the best sleep ever because you have done everything in your list. But let's be honest, how many times it happens that we do everything in the list? It doesn't happen often, right? So most people, what they do is that they come to work, to the office, into your home, whatever you do, right? You work in the office, we work at home. It's exactly the same thing, right? You start working and instead of like really having a plan of how you want to work today, you're going to react and you're going to start to look into your emails and react to emails. You're going to start to look into your Facebook and react to your Facebook. And before you know it, 1, 2, 3 hours has gone by and you really haven't achieved anything. You've just been reactive to your business. So you've been like replying to emails, replying to things, and there's no really structure around your day. This is going to get you to feel like already 3 hours, 2 hours into your big day, you feel already like, oh my gosh, I haven't done nothing. And so then you're going to rush into like, all right, I need to do a list. You do a list of things that are impossible for you to finish today. And then you start to look at the list. And as you look at the list, you'll be like, what do I feel like doing now? Which is the worst thing that you can do because obviously your brain is never going to choose the thing that are not as much fun, which usually are the most important thing that we need to actually be doing. So then we start to choose what to do in that list, and choosing gets you to really not being proactive, right? Because then you start to choose things, and then because you haven't got a plan around those things, a lot of things you can't tick off because you might need another piece or it takes more time or whatever it is. So now all of a sudden you have started on your list, but you've got nothing to show for. You've got nothing to tick off. That is massive, like it's so difficult for your brain because you're like, well, then I'm not productive. I'm lazy. I haven't done anything today. And that is such a bad feeling that will create more of that. Because the more you are non-productive, the more you procrastinate, the more your brain is going to start to like that. And then you start to feel busy and you start to feel like you are reacting to so many things. And as you start to go through your list, by the way, you're getting distracted from messages, phone calls, Facebook, Instagram, internet, emails. And the solution to that is not to close all those off and never have them, not delete them from your computer or from your phone. That is not the solution, because those are tools that you need to use for your business. But what you want to do is to have a bit of control over your emotions and not react to things. So say, I'm not going to be on Facebook until at that time and that day. And so then, every day I go on Facebook, but it's a plan. I don't just go and react to things. I go, right, I've got 5 minutes. I'm going to go on Facebook right now and really make the most out of it, right? I'm not just going to go on Facebook and just scroll for hours. That doesn't happen. It's not in my calendar. It doesn't happen. It's not what I do. So what really is procrastination? Procrastination is not having a plan, not be able to really follow a plan. Procrastination is when you react to everything that happens to you. Procrastination is when you have a list of things to do and you pick and choose what to do and you don't do the things that actually needs to be done. Procrastination is when I do that in the office. I say to my team, when there's a video to be done and the people who love doing video, I'll do it. And they drop everything else to just do the video. That's not right. You want to make sure that you do the video when you have done the things that you don't like. My dad, when I was little, used to say to me, do the things that you don't like first, all the chores, do them first, so then you can do all the things that you like later. Not the other way around. A lot of people do all the things that they like and then they take way longer on the things that they like so that they don't have time for the things that they don't like. And then the things they don't like, they never get done. And then that's when what gets you in trouble. Those are the things that most likely going to get you the most results. So procrastination is really going against what you should be doing and do the things that you want to be doing. But also realize that, and this is what a lot of business owners do. I haven't started my business because to do stuff that I don't like. I was like, well, welcome to life, right? Even if it's your own business, eventually you might be able to delegate a lot of the things that you don't like, but you still have to do things that you don't like, right? It's still going to be 50-50. It's not going to be like all the things that you like. So what is being productive? Being productive is having a list to accomplish and accomplish it every day. And that to some of you might sound crazy. Like, what? I don't have a list? You never finish your list. Well, the first thing I'm going to show you is that creating a list that is an impossible list, then definitely is going to create procrastination. Right? So if you want to be productive, you have to create a list that is realistic and you're going to be able to do it within the day. And if this is a project that's going to take longer, then you're going to have to split it a bit today, a bit tomorrow, and it goes into your calendar and it gets done because you know that today you only have an hour to work on it and you have the other hour tomorrow, and so on. So you're not going to go over the time that you decided to schedule this in. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep moving on to the next task. That is what productive is. Productive is when you really tick off all the things in your list and you feel so accomplished. So why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate because our brain is trying to keep us safe. Our brain is trying to get us to not take any risk. So if we do things that we are used to do, things that are small, things that are not as important, then we don't take any risk. And then it's not difficult, it's not dangerous that we're going to be in trouble. Procrastination is the favorite thing for your brain to do. Oh, I need to feed the dog. Oh, I need to go and do this. Oh, I need to go do that. Rather than do the things that you actually have to do. The brain the brain loves multitasking, but that is the recipe for procrastination. If you want to procrastinate, you multitask. Multitasking does not work in business, especially when you won't get stuff done. When you want to get stuff done, you need the opposite of multitasking. You need focus. You need laser focus. I mean, I love multitasking in a lot of other areas of my life. I love to be able to, watch a movie and watch what Ollie's doing in the house. Right? I love to do things like that. But when I'm working, I don't multitask. When I'm working, I'm laser focused. I do what I need to do. And that's it. So how do we stop procrastination? Well, first thing we need to do is eliminate all distractions, right? We need to really eliminate all the things that are distracting us from achieving our goal. So once you know that, you shut off you don't delete your apps, you just shut it off for the time being, right? I don't have Facebook open right now, because if I did, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I was just reading a post here, right? I wouldn't be focused on what I'm doing. I'm recording a podcast. Nothing else is open. I'm laser focused. I'm here. I'm present. I'm talking to you guys, and I've got nothing else going on. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. My emails are off. My Facebook is off. Everything is off. I just got you, me, my voice. That's it. So to do that, to do all this procrastination, to eliminate the distraction, then it's time for us to write a list of all the things that are in your brain that needs to be done. All of them, personal, not personal, everything, right? Everything. And I've learned this is called Monday Hour One from Brooke Castillo. I've actually, she's one of my coaches, and I love listening to her, and I love learning from her. And I have implemented this Monday Hour One from what she teaches, and it's so powerful. So I'm going to show you and teach you part of what she teaches, but if you really want to learn, just go and check it out, and you will see how much you learn from her. So now you want to literally dump all the stuff from your brain into a piece of paper. And once you have all of the things that you need to be doing in a piece of paper, then you're going to, for each things that you wrote down, is like what needs to be done before I get to do that. Because a lot of the time we write, I need to record videos. And then you put that time in the calendar, and then the time when you go and record the video, you go, oh, wait, what am I going to talk about in these videos? So the reality of that, you should have wrote down record videos, and then next to it, you'll be like, well, have a time to first decide what you're going to talk about. So you might need like an hour to download and prepare what you're going to talk about. Then you might need another hour to put that into a framework, onto a PowerPoint, onto some sort of structure that you can follow while you are doing the video. Then you need to put into your calendar, make sure that you come dress up with your makeup, with everything you need, because it's happening. You're doing those videos, you're recording them, you're not procrastinating anymore. And that's the only way you're going to be able to follow it. Too many people have they have lists, they don't have structure around it. So if you have a list of going, I need to create a new product or a new service, then you have to spend yourself time on going, right, what is the procedure? How we're going to deliver these? I need some brainstorming time, then I need some, procedure time, then I need some implementation time, then I need some advertising time, then I need some promotion time, right? So there's so much behind that, just like create a new product. Well, yeah, that's easy to write it down, but then the reality of making that happen, it might take 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't know, right? So it's really important that you start to break down whatever you wrote in this list of going, what do I need to do to make this happen? As you list all the things, and this is something that I've added from what I've learned from Brooke, and I was doing this list that she told me to do, and then I was like, oh, but wait, this thing is not just like that, right? So if I want to do that, I need to actually make sure that I book different times, right? So for example, if there was one of the things is like book holiday, I can't just book the holiday. I need to like spend time to research the holiday, show it to Eric and go like, babe, I've got all these holidays. Which one do you want to go to? Which hotel, right? And then once I've done all of that, once we both agree we want to go, then I can go and book it. Then I need to organize who's going to watch Ollie. Then I need to organize time off in the calendar, right? There is things that I need to be doing. It's not just like book the holiday, unless you're single like I used to be, and then you just do whatever you want, right? So it's important that you put whatever down in a really realistic way. Once you have done all of that, then you really create structure around how to do everything, every step. Then you're going to go into your calendar and put it in. Put into your calendar and divide all the separate steps, right? So if there's one thing you need 4 steps, I will put an hour every day for the next 4 days or for the next 4 weeks, whatever it is, so that you can make that happen, so that you go and do it. Now, this is the time that you can like change things around and tweak things around. Once you have finalized and all the list is into your calendar, then you throw away that piece of paper, and that's when everything that is in your calendar, you are now committing to do. So you literally do a little mantra of going, right, now everything that is in my calendar is going to get done. Now you throw away that list and it feels so good. Now, you guys, I had so much resistance when I learned how to do this, and I was like, I don't want to do it. And now I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I love it because now it's creating that for my team as well. They used to drop everything every time I tell them that something needs to be done. And now they understand they just need to add it to the list for the day after for them to put into your calendar, and then give me a date on when that's going to get done. I'm not expecting things to be done yesterday anymore, and if we all work together like this, the team is like so much more productive, and everybody feels so much more accomplished because we now know when things are going to get done, right? So you want to schedule all these things wisely. And also, like, when you schedule things in your calendar, leave yourself 10 minutes for you to check your emails quickly, for you to check maybe your social media, for you to go to the washroom, for you to eat something quickly. Put your lunch break into your calendar so that you know that you're going to have lunch in that time. Make sure that you really do make your calendar like realistic so that you're going to be able to actually follow it. Because if you make your calendar too hard, whenever you are going to follow it, you're going to be like, who did this calendar? Like, this is crazy. I've got no time to pay. I've got no time to do anything, right? Excuse my language. But do you know what I mean? Like, you want to be kind to yourself and really think about, like, your future self. Is it going to want to do all those things? What does your future self need for them to actually go through that day like that? Do they need a break? Do they need a walk? Do they need some love? Do they need a massage? What do they need? And then you'll be able to actually nurture yourself and go, right, I think that this is a bit too much for the day. Maybe we should finish early. Maybe we should go for a walk with Ollie. Maybe we should, right? So then you can start to put some actual beautiful things in your calendar, not just list, because then you're going to hate yourself for doing it, right? So you don't want to do that. So if you get stuck, so the other thing that people do, they're like, all right, I've done all of that, and I still get to the point that is that day and that time that I have to do something that I don't like, and I find myself procrastinating. Well, stop it. It's like if people think that procrastination is something that happened to us. It's like, oh, procrastination just happened. You know what? You have control of your mind. You have control of your brain. So if you find yourself procrastinating, then catch yourself and stop it and go and start doing the things, right? So I have learned so much about mindset, and I love mindset, that I don't let things happen to me without me approving it, right? So I just go, if I feel like I want to procrastinate, I really go, right, is this something that maybe at this time of the day I should not schedule emails? Maybe for next week, I schedule to write emails in the morning when I'm fresher and I feel like more open to it, right? So, but then I go, okay, I understand that. Future self, we're going to definitely do that for you. But right now, it's in our calendar, so we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's happening. We're doing it. Boom, let's go. So when I find myself procrastinating, I catch myself. And like sometimes I do make mistakes, sometimes I do procrastinate, but most of my days, most of my weeks, I follow exactly what is in my calendar. And a lot of people feel like, oh my gosh, that sounds like, I'm in jail. Sounds like I'm following some sort of structure. What is my freedom? What is my creativity? What is my artistic view? And I'm like, you know what? I'm actually way more productive and way more creative now that everything is been structured, that everything is in my calendar, because I know things get done. Like the amount of things that we created in the last few months, it would have been impossible if I didn't have this structure. It would have been impossible if I didn't commit to my calendar in advance. So I made the decision of committing to my calendar when I schedule it, not when I go and see my calendar and go, oh no, I don't want to do that. Right, so every Monday I'm recording this podcast. Then I've got to Business Shortcut, which is a webinar that I do every single week at 11 o'clock for anybody. So if you want to join me, make sure that you do. And then I do it at 11:30. I meet with all my clients every week in a different level, and I help them to get from invisible to invincible. And so all of this is happening. It's in my calendar, and it's just so rewarding to finish the day and know that I've done a podcast, and I've recorded a webinar, that I've recorded my call for my clients, that I've done everything is in my calendar. It feels so rewarding and it feels so good that now I don't need to wait for any external reward. I just feel good inside. And this helps a lot to fall in love again with what you do. Really, like when you do something, you fell out of love of that. By the way, we are in control of falling in and falling out of love. But when you fell out of love with something, then work on your mindset to fall in love again. And this structure, it's truly helped me to feel so much more productive and so much more powerful and in love with what I do. And the passion come out. People love what I'm coming up with, all the new structures, everything I'm building, because it's actually coming from a passion again. So everything that you do, forget about chores. This is not a chore. This is your passion. This is your life. This is everything that you have always dreamed of. So if you have to do a couple of things during the day that you don't like, but to achieve the best results and the life that you always dreamed of, is it worth it? I say it is. I say it is worth it, and I say that I'm okay to do some of the things in my calendar that I don't enjoy, because I know that this is taking me and leading me to a bigger and better version of myself, and I'm going to learn so much about me that I don't want to procrastinate ever again. So the cure of procrastination is scheduling, planning. Planning is equal to success. When someone is organized, someone that is going to be successful. If you are successful and you've been scattered, you will know that if you were organized, you will be way more successful. You will be at the next level. So my friends, make sure that you go ahead and structure everything that you do. I'm actually creating a course on time management to make sure that I help all of you guys, because one of the reasons why people are not successful in their businesses is because they have no structure, no productivity, no organization. And if I help you to have that, then you'll be able to follow my strategies and follow all my step-by-step on how to go from invisible to invincible. But this is really a big thing that is stopping a lot of people from doing that. So thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't checked out my mastermind, come along in it, because I will teach you exactly how to schedule all your content, how to get people to stop scrolling, how to tick boxes so that people want to work with you. Stop being out there looking for clients. Let clients find you. Thank you so much, everybody. Lots of love, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same day. If If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out the Entrepreneur's Abundance Mindset Mastermind. It's my monthly mastermind where you get to spend time with me, where we take all this material, we apply it, we study it, and so we can take your business to a whole new level. So just go to the Francesca Moi, the Meetup Queen Facebook business page, and then just send me a message and you'll be able to choose the option EAM Mastermind. I would love to have you join me there, and I'll see you next week.